This video shows how you can set up your insulation schedules within Trimble Mechanical so that it will calculate all of your pipe insulation required on a job. Trimble AutoBid is not set up to automatically give you your quantities of insulation out of the box. You are able to apply those defaults so it will calculate up your linear footages of insulation or even the number of fittings that need to be insulated. You'll notice when going to the systems on the home page that there is an insulation schedule, and you can identify which insulation schedule will be applied to that system. If I go to my chilled water return, you'll notice the CHW insulation schedule is applied to that system. So if I go to my project specs, you'll notice insulation schedule. When you choose the insulation schedule, you'll see a list of there's that CHW. That is what is being applied to that system within the software. So let's take a look at that CHW spec. When you open it up, down below you'll see that it's saying 2 inches and down, I'm going to get 1 inch insulation. Between 2 and 4 inches, 2-inch insulation. 4 inches to 24 inches, 3-inch insulation. And I can also identify that when you're doing that, you want to oversize to take into account the insulation for any floor sleeves or wall sleeves as well. I've already set this up for insulation. So what you'll want to do is simply just come in and tell it that in this case, 2 inches and down, I want to get the 1-inch insulation for the pipe, which is reflected here. As you do this, these will fill in. So I'll choose the 1-inch insulation for the pipe, and then my 1-point fittings, I'm going to go with the 1-inch insulation for the 1-point fittings. So it'll count the number of fittings that have 1 point or 2 point or 3 points on the fitting and give you those quantities within the reports. This is the process you will go through to get it so that it reflects insulation as you're doing the takeoff. You can always create your own insulation schedules by right-clicking and hitting Add an Insulation Schedule and building it out. You also can always add sizes by simply right-clicking and adding sizes. So if you wanted to put in a different size associated with that schedule, you can. This is how you set up the insulation to be reflected in the reporting later on. So let's go take a look at a report. In this case, I'll go ahead and launch the reports, and I'm going to run a quick report here. In this case, I'll use a submitted cost report as an example. And once you've gone through the process of setting up the insulation to be calculated, the reports will automatically have a tab here on the left-hand side for insulation. And here you see the linear footages of insulation that are required on this job, or the number of fittings that are going to be insulated if you want to go to that extent on this job. Again, once it's set up, it will allow you to calculate that information and have it available to you, whether it's a matter of you just wanting to compare those numbers to a sub, or maybe the sub's not responsive and you need to at least be able to plug in a number and have some useful information to give you that number. That's what this is about, giving you the ability to do. This video showed how you could set up your insulation schedules within the Trimble AutoBid Mechanical software. Thank you for viewing the video. If you do have additional questions, please contact us.